Hi guys, Chris here with another episode of my York City Simulated Career Mode. We're going to play through the month of January, where we have an important FA Cup game coming up, and we also have several league games culminating in one against Scunthorpe, who are up there with us at the top of the table. We're going to move the schedule on quickly and get this first game underway, and I believe that's Peterborough United. I think it looks Peterborough United. It looks like their badge. It is, yeah. 8th place Peterborough United. And we're in 4th, 6 points behind Barnsley, who are currently top of the table. Okay, let's quickly go and check the team out. But before that, we have some news on a youth player. He's accepted the offer and has become a member of the senior team, which is great news. As we have an offer for Michael Potts from Doncaster for 160,000. Well, he's valued at 200,000, so you can have him for 200,000. We'll get that counter offer in, and hopefully they accept that. Okay, some news from Lucas Piazzon. I can see amongst the subs for the provisional team. He wants to be in the first team. As you've come to me and said you feel like you're on form, I'll bring you in. Check the rest of the team, see what everyone else is doing. Well, to be fair, you'd have come in anyway, because Peanut and Soriano could do with a break. So Piazzon, you're definitely in. Remer, you're completely out of form. So yeah, Chillier, you can come in. Baker, you're lacking a bit of energy. We'll see how everyone else is. Oh, Samov's back, fully fit, so he can come in. And we'll give Camilleri a break, game, and Soriano can have a break. Remer has your completely out of form. You can come completely out of the team, and Milanov onto the bench. And we'll bring Manus youth player Hayams onto the bench. We'll give him a run out, hopefully. And we want to get this game against Peterborough underway as soon as we can. There we go, next match, and on with the simulation. Peterborough have been in great form recently. They've won their last 3 games and they haven't conceded a goal. We're up against it here, and they don't concede here. They beat us 2-0. Wow, Peterborough are in fine form as Hayams makes his debut. Comes on for 23 minutes of the game. At least he's got a bit of playing time there, as Doncaster have decided to match the 200,000 for Michael Potts, which is great news. Okay, Lucas Piazzon's form has dipped a little as we head into the next game against the MK Dons. Okay, we have another offer, this time for Ashley Chambers. He's valued at 150. Doncaster again have come in with 120. They can once again pay the full asking price of 150. Hopefully they do accept it. Oh, didn't mean to exit. Went back one too many times. Let's move the schedule on, and then we'll quickly check the team ahead of the game against the MK Dons. Oh, Doncaster have decided to not pursue Ashley Chambers as they don't believe he's worth 150,000. Okay, well, unfortunately, he's not going to be sold at the moment. We'll just have to wait and see if other teams are coming for bids. Okay, let's have a look at this team. Baker, you can come in. Milanov, you can come in for a Chillier. There's no one else to play left back, so Blanchett's going to stay there. Taylor, you can come in for Samov. Soriano, you can come back in the team. And Peanut, as Piazzon's out of form, you can come back in. It looks a fairly solid team. I think we'll stick with that, and we'll get this game against 10th place MK Dons underway. We've unfortunately dropped down to 5th in the table. MK Dons have won 1, drawn 1, and lost 1 in their last 3. Not scored many, but not conceded many. And the same goes today. They score 1, but concede 1. 1-1 draw, and Taylor is injured. And how long is he out for? That's the most important thing. He's out for 4 weeks with a pulled quad. As Michael Potts is sold to Doncaster for £200,000, and I receive 150,000 of that. Okay, there's a bit more funds for the transfer kitty, although I may not bring anyone in. We'll have to see how we get on in this transfer window I'll only bring someone in if the special player the right player comes along, but we'll just have to see how we get on. More importantly, though, we've got an FA Cup tie coming up. I believe we're at home to we are at home to Bristol City. I think that is. Okay, we'll quickly get this schedule moved on. Okay, here we go. Bristol City in the FA Cup. We'll quickly check the squad and make sure we have the best available team out there. Okay, Taylor is injured. Taylor is injured, so Sarmov can come in, and I'll swap Sarmov and Vilhena around. I'll have Sarmov in the cam role. We'll give Lucas Piazzon a game, and Camacho can come out for Achillier. Looks to be a good team. We'll need to take Taylor off the bench as well. No, forgot. Need to go back into there. It won't let me do it. Yeah, we'll bring Stroomer on, and in place of Taylor gives me. I've still got two strikers on the bench, so it's not looking too bad right now. And we will look to get this game against Bristol City underway as soon as we can. Okay, let's get this game done against Bristol City, who've been in fine form. They've won their last 3 and only conceded 2 goals in that time. So it looks like it's going to be hard to break their defence down, which is a bad thing. Soriano injured after 1 minute. Pearson booked after the 12 minutes. Okay, over half an hour gone and nothing has happened. Half time and it's still 0-0. Silva puts us 1-0 up after 52 minutes. Hayes comes on. Camilleri misses a penalty. And Anderson equalises for Bristol City in the 83rd minute. 1-1 draw. How we are going to rue that Camilleri missed penalty. 2-0 up, you'd have thought we were home and hosed. Okay, let's quickly get this schedule on. We have a week's break, so the injury to Soriano that was only for 2 days isn't really going to affect us that much. Game against Notts County and then Colchester coming up in the next 2 games. We're also going to fit in a replay with Bristol City in the FA Cup. They're currently 8 points above us in the league, as we have a transfer offer for Ashley Chambers. Stevenage have offered 90,000. He's worth 150. I don't think I'd get the full asking price, so I'll put in a counter offer of 125,000, and hopefully they accept that sort of middle ground. But I think 90,000 is slightly too low. I'll quickly check the shortlist, see if anyone's on there who I may look to bring in. It's potentially only 1 or 2, and either Emre Khan or Tom Carroll on loan. I think they're both too high on the wages. I'm sure they're both around 5,000 a month minimum, 5,000 a week minimum on the wages. So we'll leave it for now. I could do with a second scout rather than bringing anyone in for the time being. But yeah, Bristol City second in the League One, 8 points above us, and they've got 2 games in hand. Stevenage have replied and said they don't believe Ashley Chambers is worth 125,000. Okay, well, thanks for your interest, but I think that's going to be the minimum I'll look for. And I'll look to get this game against 11th place Notts County underway ASAP. Here we go. Quickly go and check the squad ahead of this game. I think we'll mainly keep the same players from last time. They should all be full of energy. They've had a week's rest. Although I was contemplating resting a couple of players, as obviously we've got a FA Cup replay coming up. But I want to go into this game and hopefully have a win and get the players back in full confidence, as Notts County are in terrible form, and that continues with a 3-1 win for York City. Unfortunately, Milanov was injured though. Hopefully he's not out for too long. Okay, who's suspended? Tony Valhaina for picking up too many yellow cards. And Milanov's out for 3 weeks. Could have done without that. He's one of my more experienced and regular defensive pairings. So, I've got a Chilier and I've got Camacho, so I'm not doing too badly. It's not as if I am going to be completely without someone at the back. It would have just been nice to have had the extra cover without having to rely on Romer, who has obviously been sent off a few times already. But we'll get this schedule done, and we have the monthly scout report from Burnt. Okay, Mingale doesn't look the greatest either. Cuellar not so bad. Houdray looks quite good actually. Leguia not the greatest. In fact, I've scouted him for 5 months. I'm just going to reject him. No, none of these others look great. The only one that looks amazing is Houdray. So we'll just continue to scout him. We need to find out whereabouts what sort of player he actually is. There's too many areas where he can play at the moment. And quickly check the squad ahead of this next match. Okay, it's FA Cup replay time as Richie demands a transfer from Swindon Town. Okay, I may look to buy him. Let's have a quick look. Wow, okay, 2 players unavailable. Milanov, so Camacho can come straight in for him, and Tony Valhaina. I don't want to give Haynes a game, so it's really Strumer is the only one that can come in. Milanov needs to come off the bench, so does Valhaina, to be honest. So Romer can come in for Milanov. Who have I got available? The Chambers or Payne. Oof, running low on central midfielders with Potts going. So Payne can come onto the bench. And we will look to get this match against Bristol City underway. I won't quick sim it again. We'll let it run its course and see how we get on. Okay, Edwards booked for Bristol City after 2 minutes. Not the greatest start for them. Okay, Bristol City 1-0 up. Baldock with a goal. Soriano equalises for York. Davies sent off for Bristol. And Wolford puts Bristol 2-1 up. Can we claw it back? 20 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go. And still trailing. And Baldock seals the victory for Bristol City, even though they were down to 10 men. Unfortunately, that's our cup run over. Bit of a poor way to go out, down to 10 men. But nothing I can do about that. Just have to concentrate on our league form. And there's a crisis of confidence for Blanchett. And with Ho injured, that means I've got no left back cover, so I may need to go into the transfer market, or even the loan market, or potentially the free agency market for another left back. But we'll see if I can sell any players before deadline day, and then if I can, I may look to bring in someone. May look to sign someone. If not, I may look to get someone in on loan. We'll just have to see what happens. As we'll quickly check the squad for this game against Colchester. Okay, a few players could potentially do with a rest. Who have I got available? Let's have a look. Vilhena can come back in. We'll put him on the bench for now to get rid of Payne, and then we'll swap him with Baker. He needs a rest the most. Camilleri can come in for Piazzon, and Pina can come in for Soriano. I may risk Romer in this one, I'm not too sure. No, I'll keep the defence as it is. We don't want to slip up in this with this game against Colchester. We need to keep pressure on the teams at the top. Colchester have drawn their last 3 games: 0-0, 1-0, 2-0, 1-1 and 2-1. How do they get on against us? They draw 1-1. Colchester the draw specialists. Silver put us ahead 2-1, but Wordsworth equalised on the 82nd minute. Colchester's manager furious with assistant. Didn't see it, so I can't comment. Wow, there's a gap opening up between us in 4th and Scunthorpe in 3rd. If you're around, I think it was a 6-point gap. Could have been an 8-point gap between 3rd and 4th on the table. That's not too bad. As PSG in talks with Man United over Rooney. Yeah, there's an 8-point gap between us in 4th and Scunthorpe in 3rd, and they've got a game in hand, so it's not good news. We need to win some of these games, and we need to win this game against Scunthorpe to put the pressure on them and start clawing this gap back. And what we'll do, we'll quickly check the team, make sure everyone's available. I think Sarmov could do with the rest. I'll give Payne a game. I need to start playing him and just bringing in these players to help out. Taylor can come in for Sarmov, and Baker can come in. I'll give Romero a game as well. I know we're playing Scunthorpe, but I need to give some of these players a break. They've had a tough few weeks with the FA Cup replay, and we need to concentrate on getting our league form back. So we'll sort this game. We'll get this game underway against Scunthorpe. Collins puts Scunthorpe 1-0 up, but goals from Piazzon and Payne give us the 2-1 win. That's fantastic news. Claws a little bit of the 8-point gap back. What I'll do, guys, I'll call it a day here, and I'll be back to you in the next episode. What I'm going to do in between episodes, I'm going to have a quick scout around the loan market, the transfer market, and the free agency market to see if there's anyone that I can look to sign on deadline day. I may look to bring in potentially a couple of players on loan just for cover, potentially do with a central midfield player on loan, and potentially a left back on loan as well, both for cover, just to help us out. So I'll see who's available, and guys, I'll catch you in the next episode soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers.